Kiani.
Hello, Pri.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks, and yourself?
I'm good.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What a week it's been, hey? What a week.
People are drinking.
And guys wear uniform on the day. Didn't you wear a uniform?
Why? What for? No, I didn't.
You didn't?
Yeah. What for?
I don't know, but then isn't that how the day is celebrated?
I guess.
Do you want to know about Youth Day?
I know that on Youth Day, that's when the youth were able to convince the white people to allow them to learn what the white people were learning. They were fighting for fair education, right?
Basically.
Yeah.
But then it was the convincing part. It was very crazy. Like they literally fought for that.
Yeah. What happened? Like I think it was I know Hector Peterson died on that day.
It was in 1976, or if not 75, on the 16th of June. It was a normal day of school, and then students started. But then I don't think it was a normal day of school because it's been bothering them that they were learning English and Afrikaans, not their mother tongue. So they just went up and started a strike to voice out that they want to learn in their mother tongue, I think. So yeah, it was a strike. The police were called. They fired rubber bullets on them until they started firing real bullets.
Yeah.
A lot of them were killed. It was just a mess. So yeah.
And it happened in Soweto, right?
Yeah, it happened in Soweto. So they were killed in their school uniform. So like basically the government fired shots at school children. So hence they wear uniform on the day to commemorate the people who passed away and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what happened.
Did you wear a uniform?
I didn't.
Why not?
I basically don't see the day to be celebrated anymore, or if that's the case, because it becomes a tradition that we cry for things in that manner. The way those learners fought for fair education, like you said.
That's how
we
still fight.
Yeah, that's how we're still fighting for everything. So we don't really grow out of that. We will make it a culture to strike, vandalize things, die for things, and it's crazy, you know. And when I look at the youth of today, they are they are very ignorant. They don't care about what's going on. All they want is for the government to help them on everything. Government to give them jobs.
The government doesn't. Money. Government doesn't care.
So the day really just reminds the youth that, according to me, it just reminds the youth that to get things you have to strike, and possibly others are gonna die for that. And I just personally think it's very much useless. It's not worth it. We shouldn't be. If they want to celebrate Youth Day, give the youth a platform where they create their own jobs, because really, depending on getting employed at this day and age, it's an old habit, just like the lot of things that are happening in the country. So that's why I basically don't see the day useful anymore. Yeah, it was just a normal day too. Yeah.
Same here.
So it's crazy, hey?
It's crazy, but yeah, the youth is really going through it, hey?
Yeah, the youth is going through a lot.
Even the unemployment rate, the youth unemployment rate, it just keeps on increasing.
It just keeps on increasing.
And already there's like people who are still in school, who are still going to be looking for jobs. And the people who are already out of school, they don't have jobs.
They don't have jobs themselves. And you know what's crazy? Like the fucked up part is, there are those who are like their kids in crashes and stuff, in preschool,
that are still coming
to be unemployed. So it's really crazy, and what it causes, it just causes the youth to depend on the social grant they get and the money they get for, I don't even know what they call it, when they're pregnant, when the youth is pregnant, which I think is dumb. They shouldn't be getting money. That cash is encouraging them to bear more children.
But then, what are the kids gonna eat?
They shouldn't make kids at all. They shouldn't be making kids at all. Like it's one thing. Like it's one thing when an adult who's old, like who knows that they have to be responsible to taking care of their kids, have a kid. That's understandable.
Yeah.
But a kid,
having a kid.
When as I was home, there's a kid who's, I don't think she's even 15. She has a fucking baby already. So, and she even dropped out of school. So do you see the kind of attitude that builds, and then she gets money from the fucking government.
I also blame it on poverty. Hey.
Yeah. Hey. That's
I also blame it on poverty.
It is also a factor.
Yeah.
But then,
because a lot of these kids, they don't have educational backgrounds on these things. They don't know what they're doing. Hence, teenage pregnancy is also rising.
And you know what's crazy? Remember on our last episode, we were talking about how crazy people and how people differ, like with their craziness and stuff.
Yeah.
So the girl that I'm telling you about, her mom is not like crazy, but she's not normal. She's like, there's something wrong with her. She also has a lot of kids. She even has another kid now with her kid. So she has about 6 or 5 kids at the moment. She's not okay. Like her mental state is not normal. So she doesn't care when her kid does all this kind of thing, regardless of poverty or not. In this situation, the mom is not well in the head, and the kids are acting out, and she can't really notice that because she's not well. So who do we blame it on? In this situation,
I feel like we still blame it on probably like being educated about such stuff, safe sex and stuff like that. Poverty still plays a role because poverty can prevent you from knowing a lot of stuff. Literally, when you come from the rural areas, most of the time kids that come from the rural areas whereby they don't even have access to like internet connections and stuff like, they don't know shit.
Yeah.
So regardless of like your parents, if you have like normal parents or not normal parents, if you don't know what you're doing, if you can't practice safe sex, you're gonna get pregnant.
But this kid has been going to school. She was supposed to be in grade 8 this year, but she got pregnant and dropped out.
But does she know about safe sex? Does she know what happened?
What has she been doing in school? Do you think
that's cool then?
But it's there.
Okay.
In primary school, there's life skills. It teaches you about your body.
Yeah.
It teaches you about condoms and stuff, contraception and shit like that. It tells you that there's sex. Like, you know. So, you know, what has she been doing in school if she doesn't know about that? She was going to grade 8.
I don't know.
So, I sometimes think these kids just want to. Yeah. They just... And it's not about them. Look at the times. Kids are now having kids. And not necessarily the young ones, but then people who are now giving birth are mostly 20.
I honestly feel like it has always been like that. Yeah.
Even in the old days.
Even in the old days, because our parents used to marry young.
Oh, yeah.
Very young.
But then, so, can we make it a norm?
What?
Like, seeing kids getting pregnant right now.
I feel like we can never get used to it.
There's so much to do right now. There's school. There's getting rich. You don't really want to get rich.
People should focus on getting rich.
But then what deprives a lot of people from seeing the bigger picture about themselves is how much they invest their energy on other people. They look at other people. But then, what